Do you know you can run a poll in Zoom? My name's Angie King from Getting IT Together, and in this short video, I'd like to show you how easy it is to create a poll and how you can use it, so that you can then receive input from your participants of a meeting or of a training. So let me share my screen and I'll show you how we can do it. So you'll notice that I have Zoom open already, and I'm in the settings area, and what I need to do is to go to In Meeting Basic and turn the polling on. So just scrolling down a little bit, and you'll notice that underneath the co-host area, there is an option for polling, and we just need to turn that on. Now that you've turned the polling on within our settings within Zoom, the next thing to notice is that when we look at our controls, there is now a new icon which says polls. By clicking on this, it then allows us to enter in some questions and answers. So if I just add a question, what you'll notice is that it opens up another dialog box, allowing us to actually enter in our poll. So if we enter in that this is just poll number 1, and our questions are going to be question 1, and then we can enter in our answers. They can either have a single choice or they could have multiple choice. And we'll scroll through and we can then, of course, enter in another question and the same thing. So we can have question 2. And this time we want multiple choice. And we're going to have answer 1, answer 2, and answer 3. And then we're all set, so we're now going to save our poll. So now that we've actually got our questions and answers, our poll set up, then during our meeting, we're actually able to just click on the polls option, and you'll notice that it then comes up with the questions that we've got. So you can actually have these all set up prior to a meeting. You can have multiple polls, so that if you have different classes and you need to have polls for those particular classes, these are things that you can constantly reuse. So in the middle of your class or your meeting, what you can do to actually instigate or start the launch of the polling is just to click on the polls icon and then choose launch polling. And what it then does is it will give the students the questions. So you'll notice that it's now saying that the attendees are viewing the questions. So they're now seeing those questions. And when we're finished with that, we'll see all of their answers, and we can then end the polling. Now the thing is that once you've done that, you can even get a little report that actually will tell you about the answers and the results that you got. You can click on share results, and that will then share those results with the entire meeting or training session that you're running. And the other thing is that once you can actually relaunch the polling, which means that it will run it again. But what happens is that the previous results will disappear when you run the relaunching. So now that we've completed our poll, we've seen the results, we've possibly printed out the report, what we can then do is just close out of this dialog box by clicking on the cross on the top right-hand corner, knowing that that poll is there. And so next time we run the meeting and we need the same results, or we're running a training session, the next training session of that kind, and we need the answers, the poll will be there. What an amazing tool that we can use within Zoom in our trainings, in our classes, in our meetings. So if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, I would really love it if you would subscribe, and I just wish you all the most amazing and abundant day, and I'd love to talk to you again next time. Bye.